Smart Way. Thanks for tuning in. Today we will be showing you an awesome mask. It is a clarifying mask. We will be using honey, ginger, and cinnamon. Now these are things I know everybody has laying around in their house. So go ahead and pull those items out and do the mask with me. I really love that. So this mask is going to help clarify your skin and really revive it. I know that everybody is in dire need for a little pampering right now. So go ahead and pull these items out and feel free to tag right along and do the mask as I am in the video. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. So for today's face mask, we're going to be using honey that we have on hand. We're also going to be using ginger and cinnamon. It's really going to make up a nice mask. So just use whatever you have on hand in your cabinet. Now you also want to make sure you have a tablespoon and also a teaspoon measuring spoon and a mixing bowl, and also a washcloth so you can rinse your face with water. So you want to start with a clean face. I've washed my face. My face is still a little bit moist here. So now I'm going to apply a tablespoon of honey, pour it in a mixing bowl. So now that you have your honey in there, you also want to go and take some of your next ingredient, which is the ginger. Take a teaspoon of ginger. Here I have a half teaspoon measure. I couldn't find my teaspoon measure, so you'll see me measure it twice, but it is 1 teaspoon. If you're beginning to do this for the first time, you could just start off with a half a teaspoon. So I prefer to use the spices that have the twist lid just because it's easier to get it out if you're making a face mask. But again, it's whatever you have on hand. This is what I had, so this is what I'm going to use. So you're going to mix that in with your honey, and then you're going to also use a teaspoon of cinnamon. Like I said before, if this is your first time doing this mask, you may be sensitive to the spice. It's really not that harsh, but I'm using a teaspoon here. So, you can kind of adjust the mask recipe however, based on your skin type. My skin type is a little bit sensitive and dry with some oily areas in my T-zone. So once you have that mixed up really good, and you want it to kind of be a little bit thick, you're going to get that reddish cast from the cinnamon and the spice. It's going to be, it's going to be more of it's going to look like chocolate almost. And, you can also eat this. It is kind of tasty with the honey, and it's probably good for you. But, if some gets in your mouth, it's okay. But you want to make sure that whenever you're doing a mask, whatever you do to your face, you also want to do to your neck, because you want the same treatment everywhere. A lot of times that's where people mess up, is that they treat their face and they completely forget about their neck and those areas. So you want to slather the mask on, not too heavy around the eye area. So just, make sure you get all the areas, but slightly pat around your eye area. I'm getting my T-zone because that's an area where I tend to have some oily areas. So you'll let that sit once you get it really rubbed in. And you don't want to go too hard. Just, make sure that you're covering all those areas. And once you get that massaged in your skin, because you want to get the full effects of the mask. But I mean, this mask is not irritating at all. It is thick and lush, and it just really feels good. the good thing about using these homemade mask recipes is that you don't have to worry about having a lot of those reactions that you would have with something that you would get over the counter or at a beauty store, because these are natural ingredients. So you're really starting from scratch here. So make sure you have the mask in, and you want to wait about 10 minutes. So you want to make sure that you wait that whole 10 minutes to get the full effect of it. You can watch an episode of Netflix or make you a pot of tea. I chose to make some tea. Here it's been 10 minutes. And my mask, as you see, it's settled in my skin a little bit. So I'm ready to take it off. So you want to make sure that you have a warm washcloth or a towel. You don't want it to be too warm, the water to be too warm or too cool. So I would say just right above room temperature, just enough to take it off. You don't want to do this in cold water because you're dealing with the honey and the spices, and you want to be able to pull that off, and you need warm water to do that. So you're going to take it off. You're going to need to take a couple passes over your skin with the cloth and really moisten it up to get those areas, because it's going to dry along your neckline, and you may have some spots along your nose. So just kind of take the towel over your face and make sure you get all those areas, and just make sure it's clean. Again, you want to be gentle with your skin, making sure not to have too much wear and tear over your eyes or underneath your eyes. So just be really gentle with yourself, and be careful when you're taking off your mask. So here I've taken it off, and my skin is already feeling very smooth. It feels very calmed. I don't have any irritation or any redness. It just feels great. So, I've almost got my mask all the way off. Just getting some little areas along my jawline. And this is the end result of the mask. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe below.